Probiotics is what we call the good bacteria that we need. So pro is for, and probiotics is for life or for good health. So they make up the good part of our microbiome, let's say. There are good bacteria and bad bacteria. So the probiotics are what is considered to be good for us and good for our health. So when you look on a bottle of food supplements like this, the probiotic food supplements, you will often see the term CFU. And CFU itself stands for colony forming unit, which means the number of bacteria. So probiotics should always be measured in CFU units, not grams or milligrams, such as other ingredients. And this is basically because you can then be sure of how many live bacteria are in there, because you want them to be alive to be able to do the good things they do. So Bio-tract forms a gel layer, and it's part of the formulation. It's part of the tablet formulation, which means that you can break also the tablet in half if you don't want to take all of it, or if you want two smaller pieces. And it still works because the gel layer is integrated in the formulation, or this technology. So the gel layer will still form around the piece of the tablet, if you like. So it's always protecting the part of the tablet that you actually take. So when we speak about the Bio-tract technology, it's designed really to protect strains from acidic environments and really survive all the way through our GI system. This is necessary for some species and for others not. So we know there are different types of strains with different types of properties, and some of them survive really good without any protection. So for example, in the Primal Immune product, we do not use the Bio-tract technology because we know those two strains are really robust, and they can survive the acidic environment. They can survive both the pH in the small and large intestine. Here we have the two first Primal Probiotic products. So one of them is an immune product with two strains specifically chosen for this formulation because we know they are beneficial for supporting immune functions, both upregulating and also downregulating, so balancing the immune system. The probiotic with 12 different strains is more for a general gut health because it contains so many different species of strains, which all of them are needed somewhere in your gut. Also, the immune tablet is a chewable one compared to the probiotic one, which is an ingestible tablet. So the chewable one is with, in my opinion, a really nice taste, lemon vanilla, and it's perfect for kids as well to make them take their daily probiotic. Whereas the probiotic 12-strain product it's an ingestible tablet with a technology called Bio-tract. So Bio-tract is our patented technology for delayed release, which means that in the formulation is integrated this technology to make partly protect the strains, but also to delay the release of some strains that you actually want further down in your GI system. So it protects the strains from the acidic environment in your stomach, but also releases some at a time throughout the GI system. Some of the background of the immune tablet, the immune product, is that we know also, of course, our children needs a good immune defense and needs to develop a strong and healthy immune system. So, of course, it's important also for children. This is why we made it with a nice taste, because we also need our children to stay healthy. They go to school and they go to daycare, and in fall when school starts, a lot of kids needs to stay home for a week because they get sick. So we know it's important for them to be able to be in school and for parents to go to work. And also to build their microbiome with healthy bacteria from the start. In general, food supplements are recommended to children above 3, and this is perfectly suitable for both kids and adults. When we formulate a probiotic product, for example, when we formulate Primal Immune and Primal Probiotic, we of course look at what kind of health effects they are supposed to have. And from that we choose the strains to be in there. So we choose the strains that are known to be good for your immune system or to replenish your microbiota in a good way. Of course, there are some times when you're not healthy or on top of things, so you will be prescribed an antibiotic treatment. So antibiotics, in the name you can hear it's antibacteria. So they are designed to kill bacteria or if that's what's making you sick. But that means also they kill the good bacteria that we really need. And in terms of that, maybe it's even more important really to balance up or fill up with the good bacteria and take the probiotics. So you want to rebuild your microbiome with a diversity of strains, because that's what you need, really balance this coral reef or this rainforest, multiple species to inhabit your gut after wiping it clean more or less with antibiotics. And also in proper amounts, so it really replenishes. So the microbiome is all the bacteria that we have in our gut, which is a lot. So it's almost considered one of our organs today. So we have a lot of bacteria, a lot of different species, both good and bad, and huge numbers in our intestines. And these are helping us with a number of different tasks, such as nutritional uptake and not to say the least, our immune system and balancing that up, regulating our immune defense. Right, you need to have a balanced microbiome because it's so vital for so many of the body's functions and to stay healthy. And also, of course, we know we have bad bacteria in our microbiome, and they cannot be in majority. So we need the good bacteria to win over them. And also, of course, to outnumber the bad bacteria, and also you need a diversity. So I said we have so many different species of bacteria, and of the good ones, all of them are necessary because they do different things. So you could think of a coral reef that inhabits a lot of different species of fish and whatever lives there, or a rainforest with a lot of different species, which is what really makes it thrive and makes it, let's say, healthy when it comes to the microbiome. So the gut-brain axis, the relation, the correlation between the gut and the brain and the mental state, if you say, is really, it's really there and it's really true. And to what extent and what kind of impact, we don't know yet. We are scratching on this, and there is a lot of research going on. So we believe the microbiome can be causing or impacting things such as stress, mental stress, or depression-like symptoms. Also, there is research going on about the connection between the microbiome and your microbiota, and let's say autism and also Alzheimer's. As we know, the gut and a balanced and healthy microbiota is really important for our well-being and our health. Today, when we don't no longer eat the same kind of diets and we don't really get the exposure or intake of bacteria and probiotics as we did many years ago, let's say 100 years ago, 200 years ago. It's really important to think about what you eat. Today we have processed foods and we have preserved foods, sterilized foods, pasteurized foods. So, which means you kill off bacteria, of course. But then you don't really get the amounts that you should from your normal diet. And this is why you could choose a healthy diet with naturally occurring bacteria, or functional foods with probiotics, or probiotic supplements to really add to what we're missing today. In the book Primal Cure, Steve writes a lot about the importance of a good and healthy gut. So this is really important, of course, because we know there are so many functions to keep us healthy that really starts in the gut. And we know also that a lot of disease starts in the gut. So of course, being a probiotic company, we know this from research and from what is found in studies all over the world. Of course, a good gut microbiome is really vital for a lot of functions and for good health. To take care of yourself and your microbiome and keep it healthy, of course, you should lead a healthy lifestyle and eat healthy. Avoid junk food and things that are not beneficial for your microbiome, such as sugars or high amounts of carbohydrates or trans fats. So back to basics, or what would be suggested or called a more primal lifestyle.